Did I just see a fucking episode of Wizards at Waverly Place? This is supposed to be Power Rangers, isn't it? Magic? Tennis? Victor and Monty? God! I want so bad for those characters to just be left out of one single episode. But no, they have to be there every single time, wasting our time, destroying what's supposed to be an episode of what I think is Power Rangers still. I don't know, because they're not focusing on the Power Rangers at all. Even when they have a good idea, a good-looking monster, somewhat of a good setup for a good battle between Rangers and a powerful monster. No, they waste it with a fucking tennis match. It's Power Rangers, not Victor and Monty. You might as well just rename the series The Adventures of Victor and Monty. Anyway, this episode of Power Rangers Ninja Steel, episode 19, Abrakadanger. Yeah, that's the name of the monster, believe it or not. Abrakadanger. More like Abracadumbass. This is stupid, people. Thankfully, we're on episode 19, though, so that means one more episode to go, and then we should be taking a break for a couple of months until probably sometime in January, where they start Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel. Because, everything's got to go super now for, in Saban's brands. We got to have Super Samurai, or Super Megaforce, Super Dino Charge, and now Super Ninja Steel. It's super lame is what this series is. But I digress. I might as well tell you a little bit about the episode. I'm going to keep it short because there's not much to tell. The episode starts at the school, obviously, with the ass clown Victor and Monty bragging about how he won last year's championship tennis competition. How can you have a championship tennis competition at a high school when the match was only between two people, Victor and the White Ranger Haley? No one wants to challenge him this year, except for Haley, again, to make up for the fact that she lost the year before, embarrassingly, I suppose. Victor tried to just go ahead and say, oh, well, since no one's going to challenge me, I'm just going to accept the trophy, and that's that. But no, she challenges him again. Antics ensue in the form of a package being delivered to the school, believe it or not to the Ranger himself, to the Blue Ranger Preston, a package from Princess Vieira, if you remember her, from the Lion Galaxy. Inside the box was a holo message from her saying, here is the Lion Star and Lion Fire Ninja Star. Didn't they already have that? I could have swore at the end of the last episode we saw Princess Vieira, she said, oh, my armor and my Zord are now at your disposal. Use them wisely, blah, 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 blah. But now all of a sudden she has to send an intergalactic package to give the Power Rangers the stars. Anyway, also in this package that was delivered was a magic wand and a spell book. I'm really starting to wonder when we're actually going to see a ninja-based aspect from this series. I hope they're not doing it just because they don't want to be stereotypical and say, oh well, ninja stuff. Also, now we have to go all Japanese and honor bound and all this other stuff. People may be thinking that it's a little bit heavy-handed, like racist or prejudiced toward Japanese, but it's not. Obviously, the show comes from Japan, people. Anyway, Vieira tells Prince Preston in the holo message that he's supposed to use the magic wand wisely and follow every spell in the book from beginning to end. Don't skip any spells or else bad things will happen. Well, obviously he doesn't listen, and he skips right to, say, spell 10, which is invisibility, accidentally turning the White Ranger invisible right before her tennis match. Ha ha ha. So they dress her up in an outfit. She has where she's covered from head to toe, which she looks ridiculous, obviously, because she's wearing a goddamn, like a welder's mask from the shop class. And she has to perform in the tennis match while being invisible, dressed in this getup. People are confused, and the match starts between Victor and Haley. Victor is obviously winning, but something was a little odd. He was hitting the tennis ball a little bit too powerful for just a regular high schooler, even though the motherfucker is 30. Sorry, I apologize for my language, but this is atrocious. He fires the tennis ball so fast that it burns holes through the fence in the background. We never got an impression that he was that strong before, especially not a couple episodes back when he was supposedly in a weightlifting competition or just trying to break the world record for the most weight deadlifted. He needed help with that too, so he's not that strong naturally. When the principal deems Victor the winner and tries to give him the trophy, he shakes her hand and starts lifting her up and down like a goddamn like a balloon, like she's weightless, like there's nothing to her. And then all of a sudden she rips his arm off. Finds out that it's some kind of mechanical arm that helped him basically cheat to win. Number one, if this was a powerful mechanical robot arm that was strong enough to fire tennis balls through a steel fence, how was the principal able to just gently just take it off of his shoulder, just remove it from his entire body? Does that make any sense? No, it doesn't. Moving on. Anyway, she deems both of them at first disqualified when she wants to give them one more chance, but no cheating, or this time they're both suspended. Well, the Blue Ranger Preston has to now basically learn his mistake with the help of Mick, obviously, their engineering friend, after he basically told him he made a mistake, he shouldn't have skipped forward in the book, and now he's got to go back through the book, through the spells, 1 through 10. Apparently there's only 10 spells in this book that's like maybe this thick. Even when he's on page 10, you can see it sitting there on the table. Page 10, there's still that much book left. What the hell's in the rest of the book? Anything? Blank pages? Nudie pictures? I don't know. I can't guess because they don't tell you. And obviously, if they do tell you, they're going to wait until episodes later and say, oh, well, maybe the answer is inside this magic book. I didn't check the other pages, blah, 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 blah. So I'm going to go ahead and predict that now, that other people are going to catch on to the bullshit that he was on spell 10 of a book that easily has 100 pages or more. And each spell is on one page, so that makes no damn sense. But anyway, the monster, Abrakadanger, obviously ambushes the Rangers, attacks them, flings Levi, the Gold Ranger, across the country, apparently. But obviously that was just a minor inconvenience, because he says, oh, I'm halfway across the country. I know, I can get back using my Zord. He summons the Bull Zord, riding the motorcycle Zord, or ATV Zord, whatever the hell it's called. He rides that back into the battle, but before he could get there, the monster Abrakadanger turns Brody, Sarah, and Calvin into stuffed animals. Stuffed animals. The Blue Ranger obviously escapes with the plushies, gets back. The monster, is just taking a hiatus. They get back to the base, and that's when Mick, as I stated before, tells him that he has to go through the magic book once, the spells once again, 1 through 10, not skipping anything, to learn them properly. He does. He ends up turning them all back. He ends up turning Haley visible again. And obviously they confront the monster again. Preston, now having new magic powers, is able to use these powers to help defeat the monster with the help of the Red Ranger by turning him into a dragon during an attack. The dragon breathes fire on the monster, one slash from Brody, the Red Ranger, and the monster is seemingly defeated. Obviously, Cosmo, the monster that's not supposed to be there, makes him grow, as usual. Rinse and repeat, because that's going to happen every single damn episode. Makes him grow, they summon the Zords, they beat him effortlessly, literally effortlessly. No danger, no threat once again. And then everything goes back to the school for the rematch for the tennis competition. Which, of course, Haley wins this time because she's been practicing while Victor hasn't, and he's the one made a fool of now. And that's it. Haley wins, she gets the trophy, end of episode. It's supposed to be Power Rangers. Not 90210. This episode in particular reminded me of certain scenes from, as I said before, Wizards of Waverly Place mixed with Harry Potter with a tiny, tiny little bit of Power Rangers mixed in. It's becoming a soap opera, and I'm not caring for that at all. Soap operas are lame. They're boring. They're dry. They're stale. Power Rangers is supposed to have action. Thrills. Awesome explosions. Special effects. But no, we're just getting the same thing, rinsed and repeated, stock footage that's just being reused every single episode. They finish the monsters the same way every single time. No effort is being put into this. I understand you have little kids watching the show, Saban, but American children are smarter than this. Give them something to digest. Give them something to think about, something to grow on. Not just giving them the exact same pacification that you do every single damn episode. Give us something more. And the adult fans, which is probably a good 75 to 85% of your fan base, the people who watch Power Rangers are all full-grown adults. They want more. More complex stories, more complex characters, actual conflict and drama. That's what Super Sentai has. Why do you have to dumb it down? Why do you have to water it down? Why do you have to thin it out so much that it's almost as if we're just watching a soap opera with kids and some flashy special effects? It's not working. Try something different. Anyway, guys, I'm Paul. This is Rangers Ready to Go. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. You know the deal. We have at least one more episode to go, which would be episode 20, before we take a good couple of month break until obviously after the new year, to where Saban will air Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel, which is just going to basically be the second half of this series, and he's going to draw that out all year long in 2018. So I'm trying to prepare myself for it, but no amount of preparation can help me at this point. I'm beyond livid. So until next time, guys, Rangers ready